music. Hey, Joe Morgan.
Hey, Todd, how you doing?
Hey, Sleepy. Hello. All right, we're getting things kicked off tonight. We've got Sleepy J Barksdale. Then later on, we've got Virgos in the building. And our feature for the evening will be Sandy Lawless. It's going to be a fun night. Let's get things started right about now. Alrighty, so today is another Thursday, the last Thursday of the month. June.
Where does the time go?
June has flown. It has flown. But the awesome thing about that, though, oh yeah, of course you say that because you a whole teacher. I understand. But the cool thing though about it being the end of the month is the fact that the last Thursday of the month we have our dear friend Sleepy J Barksdale in the building with us.
Yes. And the crowd.
And the crowd goes wild. Hey, Sleepy, what's going on with you?
Not a lot. I got some thoughts.
You got some thoughts. Some thoughts. We are so here for them. Oh,
We're diving right into the thoughts?
I am excited.
I mean, if you want to give an appetizer or go straight to the main course, up to you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta calm everybody down.
Oh.
Gotta set the stage if we could, okay? Rock-a-bye baby on the treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock. When the bough breaks, the cradle will fall. Down will come baby, cradle and all. So let me get this straight. You put your kid in a fucking tree, watched it fall to its ultimate demise, then sang about it, and I'm supposed to sit here giving a shit about your goddamn woes? Get the fuck out of here!
I was waiting. I was like, you didn't see me. I was like this.
I turned my mic off. I know what's gonna happen.
What's he gonna do? Because this is not gonna end well. What is he gonna do? I didn't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we previously established on March 7th, 2024, whilst discussing thuggin' bums, if there is one thing that old J-Bo cannot stand, it is a woe is me ass motherfucker. And there is nobody that fucks mothers more than what J-Bo's, but that's not the point right now. Yeah. Right now, the point is that nobody mees their woes more than a peasant that has chosen to perpetuate the parasitic population that is punishing our planet. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are pontificating on parents he holds for alliterative applause. Thank you very much. Now, the eagle-eared amongst you may have already picked up on the key word in my incredibly well-written opening prose, but for those of you that were too nearsighted to hear it, the key word was choice. We cannot even begin to address the wah of parents without first addressing the fact that these parents made a choice to gloss past this fact would be irresponsible. Not quite as irresponsible as unprotected sex, but irresponsible nonetheless. You made a choice. Your little upholstery ruining bum was a strategic decision, and I will hear no arguments to the contrary. And this leads to my first complaint about parents. They are liars. I don't know if they're lying to me or themselves, but I am familiar enough with the New York Times vs. Sullivan circa 1964 to say safely that they are at the very worst showing actual malice towards my intelligence, and at the very least they are displaying a reckless disregard for the truth. And I you know what? That was an accident. I didn't mean to say that. That was an accident. I mean, I thought it. I wrote it down, I brought it here, and I read it out loud, but I wasn't trying to say that. I didn't plan on saying that.
Thank
you
you for
hear
saying
how
it,
fucking stupid that sounds?
Ooh.
Nobody in their right mind would ever let me get away with saying that. Yet every single day, parents are permitted to look you straight in the eye, point at their little glue drinker, and say, meh. We weren't even trying. Man, get the fuck out of here.
They were trying.
Are you slow?
What were you attempting to do? Finish?
Are you remedial? Do you not know where crayon eaters come from? Are you a fucking liar? Let me ask you this. Did you or did you not, knowingly and with wanton disregard for the repercussions of your actions, take part in an act in which a naked penis was inserted into an all too welcoming vagina and jostled around a bit until Satan's Caesar salad dressing spilled all over the deviled eggs? Am I slow? Am I remedial? Do you think I don't know where pants shitters come from? Why don't you do me a favor and do what you should have done 9 months ago and go fuck yourself, because I'm on to my next point, bucko. Now that we've established that a strategic decision was made, whether you admit it or not, we can move on to what really chaps my gears, and that's parental privilege. Ooh. These motherfuckers think raw dogging in the back of an El Camino means the world owes you something. Incorrect. Wrong. You get nothing, good sir.
Where's this organ?
The only thing you are entitled to is a good night's sleep in the bed that you made. So when you come around here trying to crash on my couch, please know that I've only got 5 words for your ass. Get the fuck out of here. The first privilege that these bedwetter makers attempt to claim is time value. They believe theirs is more precious than yours. You see, they either dropped off a load or they signed for that bitch. Either way, they got shit to do, and somehow that's your problem. I'll give you an example.
Oh, please.
Once upon a time, your Uncle J Bulls was a bona fide professional. I had responsibilities, direct reports in office. They even gave me an email address. I was living large in charge. Big britches Barksdale up in this bitch, baby. But with great responsibilities comes on-call rotations. Every year would begin with the discussion about who would take which weeks. The primary focus of these discussions was the holiday weeks. What poor sap is working the 4th of July? What sorry piece of shit is missing out on the 4-day Thanksgiving weekend? And inevitably, some fucking moron who's chosen to take part in the legally recognized long-term contractual prostitution that has resulted in the production of a creature that is so dumb that mittens are required to keep it from clawing its eyes out will say something to the effect of, Jay can handle that. Oh, can he now?
Oh, Lord.
Can Jay handle that? Are you sure about that? Because the last time I checked, the only thing Jay could handle was telling you to go fuck yourself. So I kindly request that you show me your math. Well, we'd like to spend the holidays with our families. Get the fuck out of here. First of all, let me handle what I'm qualified to handle. Go fuck yourself. Second of all, your little goofy ass family ain't got shit to do with me. That was your strategic decision. Thirdly, if we're weighing kinfolk in on this conversation, I got a family too, bitch. I got parents and siblings, the whole 9. I mean, I don't know where the fuck they are, but I got them, so fuck you. These motherfuckers really think that their time is more valuable than yours just because they've chosen to house an unemployed illiterate. Let me tell you something. Your time is not. You need to pick up, you need me to pick up.
Stop it.
I need me to pick up your slack so you can go to little Jimmy's soccer game. Well, unless you're willing to pick up my slack, the next time I want to leave work early, get drunk, jack off, and play PlayStation until I pass out, it looks like little Jimbo is going to be discussing your empty seat in the bleachers in therapy in a few years. I could give 2 shits about your Your life is hectic. Your schedule is crammed. You can't find any time for yourself. Sounds like you made a bad decision. You chose that life, just like I chose to do fuck all each and every weekend of my goddamn life. And both choices are equal. Neither choice carries any more weight than the other. And not for nothing, it's kind of condescending for you parents to talk to those of us that made good life choices as though we have no idea what your world is like. I'm a full-grown adult with a functioning brain, and unlike parents, an ability to look out at circumstances outside of myself. Also, I have a dog, all right? I know exactly what it's like to choose to care for another life, and unlike your little societal anchor, my lunatic will never be able to feed herself, bathe herself, or shelter herself. I'm taking care of my moonchild until the day I die. And I care for my Looney Tune willingly and without complaint, and this leads to my next point, the next parental bitch fest that has untickled my pickle. I have never once in my life met a parent who was able to carry on any sort of conversation without a wah-ing about how difficult it is having to deal with the consequences of their actions. I'm just so tired. They're just so loud. They eat so much. They cost so much money. I'm at my limit. I deserve Thank you. I deserve help. Man, get the fuck out of here. These motherfuckers don't want help. They want a prize for spreading legs and throwing jizz. I'll give you an example. A couple of years ago, there was talk of government-issued stipends for parents to help ease the financial burden brought about by their drunken Tuesday night. While discussing this with a friend, JB expressed his annoyance at the fact that times are tough out here for everyone. Why should you get special consideration? If anything, you're part of the problem. You created an additional societal anchor. Your ass is weighing us the fuck down.
Tell him.
Unsurprisingly, Barksdale's buddy began to bemoan. Wah, wah, wah. You just don't get it. I'll never understand. Daycare this, school lunch that, etc., etc., etc. Now, here's the thing. I completely understand all of that. I mean, I have a dog after all. But more important than that, I am not an irrational person. I know that it takes effort and resources to raise a child, and I am the kind of liberal fella that believes it does, in fact, take a village. And one would think that this would be common ground, an idea on which both parents and those of us that chose to make good life decisions could agree. But alas, as established several minutes ago, parents are liars. I throw out the idea that rather than cut individual checks for individual parents, we put all that money into one big pot and divvy it up accordingly. Daycare too expensive? Boom! Free after-school programs. School's too shitty? Bam! Higher pay to attract better teachers. Diapers, formula, shoes. Well, wop, bop-a-loo, bop-a-wop, bam, boom. Vouchers and shit. I'm a goddamn genius. Let me take a stab at the Middle East, and I bet we'd have that shit sorted out by next Tuesday. But we can circle back to that later. For now, let's stick to our talk about my buddy's response. You see, upon hearing how a pool of money that went to a series of public services rather than individuals could theoretically solve each and every why, he laid before me, he was left frazzled, flustered, flabbergasted. I looked into his eyes and I could tell he was struggling to come up with a response. His once sharp mind has clearly been dulled by years of peekaboo, Coco Melon, and Baby Shark. After a moment of silence that thoroughly established itself as awkward, this defeated former man finally spouted the only 5 words his Pixar-flooded brain could conjure. Monosyllabic, of course. You just don't get it. I don't get it? Man, get the fuck out of here. I get it, all right. I get that you are a liar. You don't want your life to be easier. You want to win, and be viewed as a hero / saint for doing the fucking Macarena like the whore you are. The nude Macarena is what I meant to say, like the whore you are.
It makes sense.
It does.
You don't want help. You want to get a prize for calling out God's name or doing the devil's deed. And I don't blame you for it, because you bet your ass if they start giving out stipends for getting drunk on a Tuesday, my ass would be first in line. But I'm going to be honest about the reason I'm there, and that brings me to my final point.
Here we go.
We've been having a good time tonight. Giving the breeders a little rabble-rousing, and I hope you all know that it's in good fun. And I know that there's probably more than a couple of people watching / listening that are more than a little annoyed right now.
That's okay.
And I hope these people will all hear me out for just a moment, all right?
Bunch of draws.
I know that raising a child is no simple task.
True.
It takes insane time, effort, and resources to ensure that they grow to be a functioning member of society. We don't need another Hitler.
True.
That's why I know that as a non-parent, I am better and smarter than you. I'm not so self-important that I feel the world needs a little clone of me running around out there. One JB is more than enough for a fucking millennia. I'm not so reckless that I'm out here tossing jizz around like free t-shirts at a ball game. And I'm not so delulu that I believe my bloodline simply needs to be carried on after God knows how many years of contributing nothing to society other than poverty and passive aggression. I have made the right choice, you have made the wrong choice, and you can save your bitching for the PTA meeting, buckarooskie. Now, I gotta be honest with you. I'm not really sure where I'm going with this. I guess that all I'm really saying is, if you've chosen not to have children, and a person who's chosen to have children wants to bitch to you about their decisions or give you shit for yours, just look them in the eyes and say to them the same thing that I say every morning when I wake up, roll over, and realize somebody's mother is still lying in my bed. Get the fuck out of here! And that's that piece.
I only knew one professional thing to do, and that was walk away from the microphone because the holler, I was about to holler, the scream, I was about to scrum.
Oh, the kiki, I was kicking. Oh,